She showed me proudly, like she'd done something brave. Are you sure that was wise? I asked carefully. Who cares? I have you. But here's what she didn't know. I'd already found Matt. My private investigator had tracked him down, and he was very interested to know about the baby he'd paid $5K to avoid. The family gathering was the masterpiece. I suggested hosting Ike's extended family for a pregnancy celebration, knowing alcohol would loosen their lips. Tell them about Matt, her mother urged in Japanese after the third wine. They'll think it's funny. I busied myself with food, phone recording from my pocket, as Ike giggled with her cousins about how she was screwing me over. Some laughed, others looked horrified. Her aunt tried to shush her, but Ike was on a roll. Mata ninshin shitara, mata onaji koto suru. If I get pregnant again, I'll do the same thing. That's when I made my move. I walked in with appetizers, smiling blankly. What are you all laughing about? I wish I could understand. The guilty silence was deafening. Several cousins couldn't meet my eyes. Just girl talk, Ike slurred, even though we agreed she wouldn't drink alcohol. About babies? I asked innocently. I love baby talk. Even if I can't understand the language, I can feel the joy. That evening, I scheduled a work trip for the following week, then made sure Ike knew I'd be gone for 3 days. What she didn't know was that I'd be in town, working with my lawyer and the private investigator. Or that the security system I'd surprised her with had audio recording in every room. As I kissed her goodbye, she was already on the phone with her mother, planning Jason's visit, a new boyfriend she had lined up. The next morning, I sat in my car outside a coffee shop, phone connected to my laptop, transferring the audio files to 3 different cloud accounts. My hands shook as I listened again to Ike's voice saying she'd do it all over if she got pregnant a second time, and I had to pause the playback to breathe through the anger that squeezed my chest. This wasn't just evidence of what she'd done, it was proof of who she actually was, someone who saw me as a resource to exploit, rather than a person to respect. I labeled each file with dates and timestamps, creating a system that would let me find specific conversations later if I needed them. The recording from the family party was the longest, over 2 hours of Japanese chatter that included at least 15 minutes of direct discussion about Matt and the baby. I made notes in a separate document, translating key phrases and marking the exact timestamps where Ike or her mother said something particularly damning. By the time I finished organizing everything, it was almost noon, and my coffee had gone cold. I pulled up Maria Whitaker's number and called her office, my stomach tight with nervous energy about laying all of this out for someone else to examine. She answered on the second ring with a brisk greeting that immediately steadied my nerves. I told her I had recordings from the family party and new information about Jason, and she said to bring everything I had and come by at 3. Her voice was matter-of-fact, like this was just another case rather than my entire life falling apart, and somehow that professional distance made it easier to breathe.